What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center. And in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at love and romance if you're dealing with a earth sign. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Okay, so you could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Excuse me. Or you could be cross-watching for a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So I'm just going to pull and see whatever comes out. So I don't know if this is going to be a new person or a past person. We'll have to find out. But while I have your attention, if you don't mind, if you're new to this channel, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And all the other information you know is in the description box below, as well as a way to book a personal or private reading. Also hit the bell notification icon and you'll be noticed when I go live. Come join me for a free live tarot reading and all that good stuff. All right, so let's take a look and see what's coming up in love dealing with an earth sign. And this reading will be good between now and about the first week of March. Also, before I forget, I will upload, there's another video uploaded about knowing what to do or what you need to know in order to attract love during the month of February. So I highly recommend that you go watch that video as well, because we have to participate. You know, we can't just sit back and just wait for things to come to us. That's not how this does. That's not how this works. That's not how life works, right? So, you know, while tarot can predict, you know, possibilities, it's really up to us to create those possibilities. So that video will discuss exactly what you need to do to position yourself to have the most likely chance to attract love into your life. Basically, what do you need to know? What do you need to work on? What do you need to be aware of? What do you need to be doing right now while you're waiting for love to come in? Okay. All right. So dealing with an earth sign, what does a collective need to know in regards to dealing with an earth sign between now and the beginning of March? All right, the first card out is we have investments. So either you or this person could be focusing on their money, their investments. The next card out is we have secrets. I'm gonna have to wait and see. There's a few energies attached to that, but I'm gonna wait and see what the other cards are. The first energy that I have that's coming through is that this person is just kind of keeping to themselves right now. And you might be keeping to yourself. So keep in mind that this reading could go either way. This could be talking about you. It could be talking about a potential person that you're going to meet or, you know, you end up communicating with. All right. We have not aligned is the next card. So either this could be a potential past person. So for half of you, maybe it's a past person that you're not aligned with. Maybe there was lying, there was secrets, and maybe you thought you were going to have a future with this person. So the investments card is kind of like a Four of Wands energy in tarot. If this is a new person, then maybe they had a past relationship with somebody. Maybe they're just coming out of a relationship with somebody. So when you meet them, they just got out of a relationship where they weren't aligned with somebody that was lying or cheating on them. So, you know, again, take it as it resonates. And that's going to apply to everything that comes out in this reading. So it's either going to be anything that I say, it's either going to apply to you or it's going to apply to them. Now, if I feel like it could potentially apply to both of you, obviously, I will mention it. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely second chances. So this to me is like a past person. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, then this to me definitely has past person energy. So we have excitement here. So this is somebody that you definitely probably already know. And there are either some types of, you know, lies, deception, secrets, betrayal, or something here. As a result of all that, obviously the relationship didn't work out. You weren't aligned with this person. Well, they're going to come back. They're coming back around for a second chance here, and they're hoping that, they'll get, a chance to have a do-over with you with the excitement energy. And the manifestation here is like the Magician card energy, and essentially basically saying that they're preparing to take action. They're preparing to do something here. So let's get some clues to see. Let's get some additional clues about this. Okay, so this person, obviously we have investments, and then we have home here twice. So you could have lived with this person if it was a past person. You guys could have been talking about a future, or maybe you thought you were going to have a future with this person. Doesn't have to be. They could work from home. They could work in real estate. You have to think like kind of broad spectrum here. So they could be darker than not, but take that with a grain of salt. It says darker than lighter, but again, take it with a grain of salt. Now, another thing too with the home and the investment here is that this person could also just be focused on, or they've been, what they've been focusing on is kind of just their wealth, their money, their work. It's kind of a side energy that's coming off of that. What else? Tell us more about this person, please. There's a strong energy coming through, though, that I'm sensing where you guys really thought that you were gonna, while you were with this person, you thought that this was going to go the distance potentially. Like some of you might have thought that, hey, this is going to get real serious. Maybe we're going to end up together. Yeah. And see, the true love is here. That's what I was exactly what I was talking about. You thought this person was the one. You're going to, settle down, get a house together, maybe start a family together, something of that nature. What else do we need to know about this person? I mean, you can't make it up. There it is. That's literally what I just said. Thought you were going to start a family with this person. Now, for a small percentage of you, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20% of you, it could be that this person, either your family or maybe this person's family, was causing issues. Maybe your family didn't like them, maybe your family or their family didn't like you, or there was just family drama involved. Okay, but again, that's for a small percentage of you. Now, we do have fun times again at the bottom of the deck, which is excitement. So I feel like this person, I'm going to get one more as well, just to fill in that gap there. So whoever this person was, I mean, you have a lot of memories with them. I mean, they're very exciting to be around. Like you're never bored around this person. And I think you have a lot of memories with them. And they have a lot of memories with you. Like they're just really fun to be with. And I think, that could have been maybe one of the deceptive energies or one of the illusions of being with this person. Now, that's not in a card that's on the table. It's just something that I'm picking up intuitively. It's like sometimes we meet people and we have a lot of fun with them, and then that kind of blinds us to other qualities and attributes that are more serious. Because we're having so much fun with somebody and we're living in the moment. We're having so many, fun experiences with them that we're not seeing. It's a little superficial. We're not seeing into the depths of who they are. We're not really, we're not experiencing the deeper things. We're not seeing if they're really, long-term future material, if you will. Yeah. And like I said, over here at the beginning, this person could have been focused on their assets, their work, and all of that. And I'm feeling this could be you guys as well. You or this person could have been focused on work during this time apart. Okay. And again, for some of you, this person definitely, they could own their own business or they could work in real estate. But again, take that with a grain of salt. Bottom of the deck, we have past life. So you definitely have a strong connection with this person. Could be a strong past life connection with this person. All right, what does the collective need to know? What else do they need to know about this person? It seems pretty apparent that you're going to hear from this person at some point, because the second chances energy, the second chances card is definitely them wanting to come back. Okay, so we have respect. So this person, despite whatever's happened to you guys in the past, this person thinks very highly of you. Obviously, they're wanting to come back and make amends. They want to stand a chance with you. So obviously this person has a lot of respect for you. And I don't know, I don't know if you feel the same way about them, but look, now we have true love from this card, from this deck. So there's true love on this card, and we have true love here. So you definitely have a strong connection with this person. This person has a strong connection with you, and they might have been hiding their feelings and emotions from you. That could have been maybe the secret. Maybe the secret wasn't necessarily that they did. It wasn't necessarily some deceptive, backstabbing, cheating. It may not have been that. It may have just been that maybe this person either wasn't sure just how much feeling they had for you, because hindsight's 2020. It's kind of like they had to lose you or break up with you to realize what they had when they had you. And I know that's kind of shitty. I know that sucks, but hey, that's why, again, we have that saying, hindsight is 2020. So maybe this person realized, like, man, I really effed up. Maybe they realized is that, during this time apart, that you were the best thing that ever happened to them. For some of you. And that's why the true love energy is there, right? And now for for the rest of you, this person could have been very emotionally avoidant, an avoidant attachment style. Maybe they were just scared of feeling intense emotions because of things that have happened in their childhood. Maybe they don't know how to express their emotions. Maybe they're just really focused on the fun and the excitement, right? All of that. Because we had that energy twice. We had it from this deck, and then obviously we have it from that card up there. So I feel like this person is starting to really realize just how strongly they feel about you. That's why they're wanting to come back with this second chances. They're like, man, you're, I actually really, 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 really do love you. And I realize that now. And I know it's super easy, guys, to judge people. It's super easy to judge people who come back, who have learned lessons while they were away from you. And I to be completely honorable and vulnerable, I'm guilty of this. There was a time, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, no, longer than that. 10 years ago, I was thinking like, gosh, it's 2025. I got to get my math right. But, between, so 2015, 2016, and 2017, I went through a phase in my life during those 3 years where I met some amazing, there was like two or three relationships that I had with some really amazing girls. And, I was kind of in my avoidant phase at that point. And it's like, once the relationship started to get really, really serious, anytime there was a problem, it's like I was afraid that they were going to leave me or that they were going to betray me, because that's what happened to me in my past. And because I had so much loss and betrayal in my past, it was like my protection mechanism. It's like, well, if I'm not perfect in this person's eyes, then they're just going to leave me or they'll betray me, because that's what all the other women before them did. And so it's kind of like preemptive. It's like, well, I'm going to leave you before you can leave me. And that's obviously extremely unhealthy. But I wasn't the person that I am today. I had not grown. I had not evolved yet. I hadn't done the work that I needed to do to deal with those problems back then. So, but my point in sharing this with you is it's very easy to judge somebody because of the first experience that we have with them. When years later, 2018, 2019, when I started to do the work and I started to have revelations and realizations about my own patterns and my own shortcomings, my own fears and insecurities and all of that, I realized that those women that I broke up with who had strong feelings for me and they cared about me, they loved me, I realized that I missed out. I was like, man, holy crap. Those women were amazing. I can't believe that I did this. And so then for me, it was hindsight was 2020. I regretted the fact that I missed out on an opportunity with them. And I did reach out to them to apologize, not to try to win them back or anything, but I wanted to take responsibility for the fact that I knew that when I left them and I broke up with them, I knew that it hurt them because they had strong feelings for me. And so the reason I'm sharing this with you is people do change. And I know that the normal human response in relationships is to discredit those who hurt you. It's to resent them. It's to become bitter. It's to, F them, they're a narcissist and I'll never take them back and this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what if they have changed though? What if they have changed? What if it's sincere? And I'm not saying in everyone's situation and everyone's circumstance with a past person is different, obviously. But you'll never know. You'll never know if you don't at least have enough curiosity to hear somebody out. Okay, so let's say this person from your past, they come back. Does that mean that you should just take them back? Of course not. Maybe they were toxic. Maybe they were selfish. Maybe they haven't changed. Who knows? But what if they have? The only way that you'll know is by being strong and confident in who you are and taking the responsibility of being curious enough, having healthy boundaries, and having conversations about, okay, well, obviously we have a past. Obviously we weren't aligned. This relationship didn't work out. And if it was that person's fault, whoever we're talking about here, and you know that it was their fault, then what is their explanation for coming back to you? And if they don't have a good answer, then of course they haven't changed. If they're just coming back and they don't have an explanation, if they don't have something deeper or more profound or something they can prove to you, something significant that they can tell you that would convince you that they've changed, then there's no reason to believe that they have. But what if they do? So what I'm trying to say is, don't just reject somebody because it's somebody from your past. Because that's what society does. Society is full of shit. Everybody just wants to, everybody wants to be grouped together in the group of butthurt people. And so you don't want to look like a fool or an idiot because you were the one who took a past person back when everybody else out there is going, F my past person. They're a narcissist. F my past person. It's like, that's just, to me, that's almost more ridiculous to me than somebody who has hurt you, right? Like, it's no better. It's no better to be over there and the group of victims all crying, oh my God, they are such a piece of shit, and they're a narcissist, and they did this and did that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, obviously there's a lot of love here. We got the true love card here twice. So obviously this person has feelings for you and you have feelings for them. So what are you going to do? You're going to pretend like you don't? Are you going to lie to yourself? And this person comes back and you still have feelings for this person, then you need to take responsibility and own the fact that you still have emotions for them. That doesn't mean to not have boundaries, and that doesn't mean you just let this person back into your life, and it certainly doesn't mean that you pick up where you left off. That would be detrimental to you, and you would be making a very unwise decision, in my opinion. But what if you could just hear them out? What if you could just hear them out and give them a chance to explain themselves? And I'm not saying just take somebody for their word. Obviously, they're going to have to prove to you. And you're completely okay in telling them that. Say, listen, okay, well, I'm here, I'll hear you out. And have some good questions to ask them. Whatever those questions are, well, why did you do that? Why did you hide that from me? Why did you cheat on me if they cheated on you? Why was it hard for you to express your feelings and emotions for me? What kind of work have you been doing? What have you been working on? What realizations, what revelations have you had since we've been apart? Why are you coming back to me? What do you want from me? What is the vision, goal, and purpose of your return? It's okay to ask questions to somebody who comes back. They're coming back to you. And if they broke up with you, then they need to explain themselves, right? And so just because you hear somebody out doesn't mean you're obligated to take them back or give them a second chance or go on a date with them or even open the door for them. But at the very least, you can receive that information and see what they have to say. And based on the information that they give you, you'll have more information to make a more informed choice. And I don't see a problem with that. I think that's actually, that would be wise. There are people who have betrayed me and hurt me in my past. And if they reached out to me, I would hear them out. And I would have questions, similar questions to what I just said. I'd be like, okay, well, obviously you're contacting me. I'm not here to judge you. We're all human. We've all sinned. We've all fallen short. My sins might be different than your sins, quote unquote. But no one's perfect in life. And I'm certainly not just going to open the door and let somebody come in to my life and wreak havoc again. But, I'm not hurting myself by hearing somebody out. That's for sure. Now, if you're in a very sensitive place in your life, and it would be very triggering for you to talk to this person, depending on the type of relationship you had. You had an extremely abusive relationship with this person. This person is extremely toxic, and you went through some extreme level of trauma, then absolutely keep the door closed. 100%. So am I saying that everybody should allow somebody back into their life even just to explain themselves? No. Of course, if you've had an extremely toxic relationship and that person contacting you in any way is going to trigger the hell out of you, then obviously, yeah, you need to keep that person blocked. You never need to speak to them again. You need to never talk to them again. But you have to have enough awareness to understand where you stand with that. Now, if it's not that triggering, not that toxic, and you're just like, hey, yeah, it was a breakup, it sucked, and I moved on, and this person shows up, it's like, okay, I'll hear them out. I hear what they have to say. And if their explanation, if you're satisfied with their explanation, then, okay, maybe you could, meet up with them and let them know, like, hey, this isn't like a date. This is just, and be honest with them. Say, look, I don't trust you. And I don't know if I will trust you But I don't know. Okay, let's meet for coffee. But then it's going to be up to you to make sure that, again, you maintain your boundaries and you don't, you do your due diligence to make sure that you don't put yourself in a position by going overboard because you have feelings for this person still. And the next thing you know, you end up in bed having sex with them, and then you're intoxicated and all. It's like you need to be able to have that level of self-control to where you can hold them at a distance long enough for them to prove to you through their actions and not just their words that they have actually changed. Okay. So I know that was a lot, but I know that the whole thing about giving second chances and people, and their ex is coming back. It's like when somebody breaks up with us and they reject us and we get our feelings hurt, there's that resentment, that bitterness, and we want to get them back. There's that vengeful part of us that wants to go, yeah, you rejected me. Well, here, F you. I'm going to reject you back now. Right. And I just don't think that is, two wrongs never make a right. And we should never lower the standard of who we are based on experiences we have with people who betray themselves. And this person obviously was betraying themselves. Well, just because they were betraying themselves, which led them to betraying you to some degree, even if it wasn't like a cheating type of thing, even if it wasn't that type of betrayal, they still betrayed the relationship. They weren't real. They weren't honest with the secrets card here, whatever that means. Doesn't mean that we have to lower ourselves to their level and be like eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Hey, you fucked me over, so I'm going to fuck you over. You hurt me, so now I'm going to hurt you back. You rejected me, so I'm going to reject you back. We can be the bigger person. Just saying. Okay, now we have family here for the second time as well. These cards are repeating. These are two totally different decks. This deck here and this deck in my hand. We have family twice. So definitely, you saw, I believe you guys, my watchers, saw the potential to have a family with this person. And I think this person, or again, like I said, maybe family was an issue. There was family drama. But I feel like in hindsight, as 2020, this person does realize, like, man, I love the collective, meaning you guys. And, hindsight is 2020, and they're realizing just how much they do love you. Now they're coming back, and maybe they're hoping that if they can win you back, if they can prove to you that they've changed, maybe you guys can have that family. Right? Anything else the collective needs to know? Forgiveness. Okay, yeah. You can't make this up. Look, you'll see me shuffling the cards right here. Forgiveness. This person wants your forgiveness. And it's going to be up to you. That's why I just went on that big long rant about second chances. It's up to you. And again, I'm not saying blindly accept somebody. You can forgive somebody and keep the door shut, and you can move on and never look back. Or you can forgive and you can stay curious with boundaries at a healthy distance and going, all right, well, and you can even tell them and say, listen, when whatever the thing is that they did in the past, you can tell them and say, listen, you broke my heart, you broke my trust, I don't trust you, and I don't know if I could trust you again. So if you're willing to climb the mountain, if you're willing to take on the task, the mission of, climbing the mountain to prove to me that you've changed, then maybe my heart will be open to you again, but I don't know. Right here, right now, I don't know. But I can't just take your words for it. I think it's great that you're coming back. I think it's great you're apologizing to me. I think it's great that you're saying that you've changed, but I'll have to see that change. And I don't know how long that'll take. I don't know how difficult that's going to be for you to prove to me, but I'm just being real with you. You can say something like that. And if that person really, really, really values you, then they'll take the mission, they'll climb the mountain and be like, okay, I understand. I did hurt you. You're right. It's up to me now. It's my responsibility to prove to you that I have changed and that you're the person that I do want. And so be it. I'll take on that mission. And if they don't, then you have your answer. It's like, okay, well, then this person is looking for something cheap. They're looking for something easy, something fast, something quick. They're looking for low investment. They were hoping they could just come back into my life and be like, oh, I'm sorry. And that I would just, leap into their arms and, that's all that it would take. But if you value yourself, then you obviously won't accept that. You'll need to see proof through actions. All right, one more card, please. Can you give me one more card? Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, they broke a commitment. So we have the commitment card that came out in reverse. And I think that was the thing. It's like this person broke their commitment to you. You saw a future with this person and they broke their commitment to you. And now hindsight is 20/20 with this person, and they want to make it, they want to change it, they want to make it right. They want this to be upright. They're hoping that they can come back and convince you that they've changed and that there isn't that they want. They see a future with you and they want you. And at the bottom of the deck, there it is, communication. Like, there's nothing else for me to say here. I mean, the reading is super straightforward. I mean, somebody from your past is coming back. They effed up. Hindsight is 20/20. They realize that they effed up. They realize that they actually do have feelings for you. And, there is a possibility that they have changed. I sense that in the energy. To what degree, I don't know. It's going to be up to you to make them prove that to you if you want to explore that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. All right, so let me just get a few more messages to close out the reading, because this reading's super straightforward. I mean, there's not really anything else that needs to be said here. Yeah, okay. All right. Give me some final messages for the collective about this Earth sign. All right. All right. So, well, quite a few came out. But that's okay. Let's read them. All right, so the first card is searching. It says, I'm not ready to be with you yet because I'm still searching for myself and I don't really know who I am yet. So yeah, this person, one of the reasons that maybe it didn't work out before was because they felt lost. And how do I know that? Because we have the lost card right here. And it says, I've been looking for you in all the wrong people. They weren't, because they didn't know who they were, they didn't know really what they wanted. When somebody doesn't value themselves, they haven't discovered themselves, then they can't give away what they don't have. They can't completely value you when they're unsure of themselves. That goes back to the story that I told you about myself. In 2015, 2016, and 2017, I was lost as fuck. And that's the exact reason why I broke up with there were at least two girls, two relationships with two amazing women that I ended those relationships because I was lost. And because I was lost, I didn't know what I wanted, nor could I realize what I actually had. And it took me, you know, going through 2018, 2019, and then finally in 2020, I had kind of a spiritual awakening. And 2020 was when my real spiritual work began. And it wasn't until 2023 where all the pieces finally started to come together. So it didn't happen overnight for me. I had to go through all this work, and it was intentional work, intentional effort, not just doing the same, waking up every day and doing the same thing and expecting something to change. I was working my ass off to change myself. So, you know, this is a very normal thing that happens to people. So unworthy is the next card, and it says, our love will be the greatest love you've ever known. And do you have doubts about your worthiness to receive love? So this person didn't feel worthy of you. They didn't feel worthy of themselves, but now they do. Next card is prosperity. It says, we're going to be happier, healthier, and wealthier together. So this person is feeling confident. They're feeling confident that if you're willing to give them a second chance, that things will be much different this time than they ever were in the past. Excuse me. Next card is mistaken. I'm not the person who is in your life right now. Have you mistaken the wrong person for your soulmate? I think this card is the confusion that you have because of the way that this person treated you. You thought in the past this person was your soulmate, and then they broke up with you. And so now you're questioning it. Well, obviously they must not have been that person, but here they are coming back. And so now you might have to question what you were questioning, if that makes sense. And then we have destiny. And destiny says, trust that the universe will guide us towards each other, weaving a tapestry of chance meetings and shared experiences that will lead us to our destined connection. So yeah, this is like, and then we have that past life card over here. So this person, you know, it's very possible that you and this person were meant to come together at some point. Maybe you just weren't ready yet. Maybe they weren't ready yet in the past. And then at the bottom of the deck, I'm not in a place in my life where I can provide love to a partner because I'm still stuck in the past. And I feel like that's where they were. That's why they felt lost. There were things that were affecting them from their past that were keeping them stuck, keeping them lost, so that when you guys had your first go around, when you guys were together the first time, they couldn't realize what they had with you, okay? So this is what's coming up for you guys, potentially, keyword potentially, between now and the first week of March. And when this person shows up, there's going to be communication here. It's going to be up to you to decide how you proceed, or if you want to proceed. And if you don't, that's okay. You don't have to. And obviously, I don't want to repeat everything that I said, but you know, depending on how the relationship ended or why the relationship ended, maybe it'd be worthwhile to get curious and explore, or just hear the person out. You've got nothing to lose by hearing somebody out. But again, you know, if they're very triggering and it was an extremely toxic relationship, then obviously I don't advise that you open that door, because it's just going to traumatize you more, if that makes sense. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Again, if you're dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, you're dealing with an earth sign, this is the reading. While I still have your attention, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please share my channel with anybody that you feel would benefit from this content. And there's all types of different content on my channel. Also hit the bell notification icon. Join me for a free live tarot reading. That's where really all the magic happens, in my opinion, on my channel. And if you'd like to book a personal or private reading, the information is in the description box below for that. Nothing, no reading on YouTube will ever substitute a personal reading. A personal reading is for you and you alone. Your life, your situation, your energy, your timeline, your destiny, your soulmate. Personal readings are life-changing. That's why I'm here, by the way. I'm out here on YouTube because of a personal reading that I got all the way back in 2021, and it changed my life. And I was like, wow, this tarot reading, card reading stuff is pretty transformational. Maybe that's something I can learn to do. And so, just something to think about there. But hopefully this has all made sense for you. I appreciate you guys. And as always, love and light. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. All the other information is in the description box below. And as always, my friends,
I'm not a bloody psychic.